Shabbat Shalom, and welcome back to the garden, where together we explore what it means to live out Kingdom of Heaven principles. I'm your host, Azaria, and I'm glad you decided to spend the next few minutes with me. So the question for today is, if God is all good, why does he allow evil in the world? The typical answer to this question goes something like this. There's evil in the world because there is free will. Well, before we get into my Shabbat thoughts for this week, if you like tuning in, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get an alert for the next time that I post. Also, keep listening to the end for what to put in the comments below. Also, did you hear the song that I posted based on last week's Shabbat thought? The song is called Rain Like You Rain. Here's a sneak peek.
Where there is hunger, let us feed. Where there is bondage, let us free. Where there is sorrow, let us comfort. Where there is darkness, let us see.
If you like what you just heard, check out the full song in the playlist for this channel. You can also check out the song by clicking in the link in the description box below, searching Rain Like God Rain song in the YouTube search bar, or clicking the suggested video that pops up at the end of today's Shabbat thought. So, does God allow evil in this world because we have free will? Let me start by saying I don't think that this answer is wrong. I do, however, think that summing up the answer as because we have free will misses the heart of the question. Perhaps a few follow-up questions that I would have if I were to receive that answer would be, 1. Why would God create a world where people have free will if free will meant the possibility of increasing evil? 2, did God know that humans would choose evil when he created us? 3, if he did know that we'd choose evil, then how is he all good? Well, I'm sure there are many more follow-up questions we could ask, but I think you get the big picture. People are hurting. Before we go any further, I want to linger here for a moment. Who is the common denominator behind the evil in the world? I'd say it's me and you. We are the cause. God is not the one committing the evil. We, the people, we are. Do you remember the theme of last week's Shabbat thought? It was Rain Like God, because it was a reminder that we were created in Yahuwah's likeness so that we would reign like him. And by the end of today's Shabbat thought, I hope you will understand and agree that the reason Yahuwah allows evil and other trials in life is so that we may only die once and reign twice with him. Let's review the account of Cain and Abel, the first brothers recorded in the Hebrew Bible. Let's take a look. Adam had relations with his wife Eve, and she conceived and gave birth to Cain. With the help of Yahuwah, I have brought forth a man, she said. Later, she gave birth to Cain's brother Abel. Now, Abel was a keeper of sheep, while Cain was a tiller of the soil. So, in the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to Yahuwah, while Abel brought the best portions of the firstborn of his flock. And Yahuwah looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but he had no regard for Cain and his offering. So Cain became very angry, and his countenance fell. Why are you angry? Said Yahuwah to Cain. And why has your countenance fallen? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you refuse to do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires you, but you must master it. Then Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let us go out into the field." And while they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. And Yahuwah said to Cain, "Where's your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he answered. "Am I my brother's keeper?" "What have you done?" replied Yahuwah. So even though Yahuwah gave Cain the free will to make his own decision, he directed him toward the right path to take. Yahuwah gave Cain the answer to the test, that he should be the master over sin, and not let sin master him. So back to this question of free will. Why did YHWH let Cain choose to kill his brother? It has to do with authority. YHWH had given man authority to govern the earth, with the only authority higher being his own. YHWH absolutely intervened with Cain and Abel, but the final decision, because of the authority he had delegated to man, belonged to Cain. The question, will we master over sin or let sin master over us, is the question of our existence as humans. Who will be our master? You see, the issue regarding evil existing in the world is twofold. It is a reflection of us abusing the authority and purpose YHWH has given us, or it is us failing to properly learn how to exercise the authority he has given us. But this is only one facet of the free will issue. The other is the why behind it all. Why did YHWH create anyone in his image at all? Why are we supposed to reign like him? Why do we even have a choice to fail to reign like him? I believe the answer is this. He tests our hearts to perfect us and make us holy like him. Holy good. The test comes in different forms, and the testing is hard, sometimes brutally so. Nonetheless, it appears YHWH has one question of his own, if he has a question at all. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking out loud. Perhaps his question is this. Will you reign in his likeness and in his goodness, no matter what test comes your way? Let's look at Job for a moment. One day, the sons of God came to present themselves before YHWH, and the adversary also came with them. Where have you come from? Said YHWH to the adversary. From roaming throughout the earth, he replied, and walking back and forth in it. Then YHWH said to the adversary, have you considered my servant Job? For there is no one on earth like him, a man who is blameless and upright, who fears God and shuns evil. The adversary answered YHWH, does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not placed a hedge on every side around him and his household and all that he owns? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand and strike all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. Very well, said YHWH to the adversary. Everything he has is in your hands, but you must not lay a hand on the man himself. The account of Job, as we see here, reveals that YHWH was not punishing Job. YHWH allowed the adversary to test Job, testing him thoroughly to see whether he would continue to be blameless, upright, fear YHWH, and shun evil. And guess what? Job cried, he wept, and he was in despair, with nothing more he could do personally to help his situation. And yet, he continued to be blameless, upright, fear YHWH, and shun evil. Job stood firm throughout the testing, to the very end, if that's what it would require from him, weeping throughout all of it. So, if you are the one being afflicted, weep if you must. Cry if you must. But always be blameless, fear God, and shun evil. Always remember and never forget, the righteous cry out, and YHWH hears. He delivers them from all their troubles. YHWH is near to the brokenhearted. He saves the contrite in spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but YHWH delivers him from all of them. So in your weeping, be cautious. Would you condemn God to justify yourself? And as for the one who goes around causing affliction, first, I urge you to stop and ponder this. Isn't the one who causes affliction the very reason why YHWH forbade Adam and Eve to re-enter the garden? I strongly believe that YHWH did not want them, Adam and Eve, nor their children to live forever untested and not proving that whether what was in their hearts would continuously and eternally be evil or a variation thereof. So, instead of relying on the common trope, well, God knows my heart, maybe we should rely on this. Because we have free will, we have just as much opportunity for evil as we have opportunity for good. So maybe, as the war of good and evil battles in our hearts, maybe YHWH wants to see what we will choose. Will we follow his ways? Will we reign in goodness like him? When thinking about YHWH's purpose in all of the testing, ponder Abraham's rhetorical question to YHWH. Will not the judge of all the earth do what is right? YHWH did not leave us to battle alone and without guidance. Just as he encouraged Cain to be the master over sin, YHWH's spirit roams the earth, striving with mankind that we might choose good. Yet he also says, my spirit will not contend with man forever. So, while YHWH's spirit still does contend with us, and while his breath is still in our lungs, will we choose to be blameless, to be upright, to fear YHWH and to shun evil, just like Job? Will we be steadfast, even when those around us choose to live opposite us? Will we be steadfast, even when others make us the object of their cruelty? Remember this. It is the wicked who die twice, but it is the righteous who live and reign twice. The wicked die once and rise again to face judgment, and after judgment, a second death. The righteous die once and rise again to reign forever with YHWH. While YHWH's breath is still in us, let us hold each other accountable to reign over sin, over anger, and over hurt. Let us rule this earth with goodness that mirrors our Creator, just as he imagined. Let us be slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness. Let us be patient with others, hoping that all will come to repentance. And let us make decisions heavily weighing both justice and mercy. Will you join me in this test of a lifetime? Let me know in the comments below by typing, I am with you. Die once, reign twice. Much love. Shabbat Shalom.
Until the earth is filled with glory and every knee bows at YHWH's name, we'll cultivate, steward, and govern, learning